So welcome back to the vlog and a big happy new year to you guys. 2023, can you believe it? We're already a whole week in, and I thought before we get any further into the year, I wanted to do a bit of a throwback on my highlights of 2022, what I enjoyed most, and also the top 5 things I learned. And it all kicked off with the Lakeland 200. So back in January of last year, my friend Tom Hardy's had this incredible idea in the middle of winter, 200-kilometer loop of the Lake District National Park.
We've done about 20k. It's 10:15.
Okay.
So we've been going 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah. So into the night then?
Yeah. It will definitely be dark.
It's like, I've never done anything like this.
Now, 200 kilometers might not sound like a lot, but trust me, when you have the terrain that we had and all of the fallen trees that we had from Storm Arwen, I believe that had just happened, this was a real adventure. Sunrise to sunset every single day. A really important one to set me up for the challenges that I had to come later in that year.
As you can see, quite a cloudy and overcast day here near Girona. I've headed out on the bike with 2 friends. Now I've recovered pretty much from our bikepacking adventure where we rode all the way from Alicante all the way up to here in Girona. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Lawrence Carpenter Vlogs 2K22.
So we've headed out the north side of town today, apparently towards...
No, we're going south.
Oh, we're going south. So we headed out the south side of Girona this morning and down towards the coast.
But we're not actually going to get to the coast because we are too slow.
Where are we headed today? Is this one of your favourite loops?
This is a magical mystery tour.
Yeah.
I don't know, we're just going for a bike ride, man. I mean...
After our bikepacking adventure in the north of England, I headed off to Calpe in the south of Spain for a couple of weeks training down in some winter sunshine. Coming in to 2022, I really didn't have a huge background of ultra endurance racing, and I certainly had never ridden through the day and then into the night, and obviously riding at night is pretty different. I wanted to make sure to do an event before my season objective, which involved riding through the night, just so that I knew my body could do it. So Trans England was exactly that.
I'm not gonna lie, like close to midnight, in the middle of nowhere, you can't really beat an old McDonald's bacon cheeseburger.
Myself, Tom Hardy's and Sam Coventry got together, went all the way up to the north of England once again to tackle the 300-kilometer plus adventure from the west coast all the way across to the east coast in Scarborough.
It's a file trail, he said.
Just look at the state of my road tyres. This is a travesty.
On a scene like wow, and I'm just doing me, baby child. See, I study the Dow, the zoo with Mr. Lau. If you need a lesson in acceptance, I can show you how.
Yeah, I mean, you've only got a short ride, you might as well have some gravel in.
Fucking hell. Tell you what, it's difficult one-handed.
The most important part about riding in the winter is trying to have some fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's too miserable otherwise.
It seems like every road ride in Girona turns into a gravel road at some point.
Well, do you know, before gravel bikes existed, we used to just ride gravel on road bikes, and it was fine.
And then you end up cracking a rim, don't you, Kira?
Only if you're Lawrence. I cracked a rim!
That's what I
said.
said.
You said rib!
No, rib!
Rim!
And then in April, the Traka, which was an incredible race lining up alongside names like Matteo De Maci and Lakeland Morton. 360 kilometers of gravel starting in the town of Girona.
Out on the bikes this morning, 5:30, heading over to the start. Let the madness commence.
It was a stunning loop starting in the dark, making our way east towards the coast. I think that was 15 hours, some of the hardest racing I'd ever done. Found myself in the front group until about 4 or 5 hours in, where I realized my body simply couldn't continue at that pace, so I had to knock it off. And now on to the first bikepacking adventure of the year. We called it West to East. There was a decent group of us. We had Alina and Cleo, we had Tom Hardy's, Nick Roach and Liam Yates and myself, obviously, heading from one side of Germany to the other, starting in Aachen and finishing all the way over on the east side and into the Czech Republic in Cheb. Crucially, my first adventure where I was to sleep outside on some of the nights. We brought bivvies. It was awesome to experience the sleeping outside side of bikepacking, and certainly a first for me. Taught me that I needed a better sleeping bag because we got cold.
Here with my friends camping on the top of a little vista overlooking a town. No bugs.
No bugs
problems.
at all. No bugs.
Can't complain.
Is this what you do on your videos, Kira?
No, just on my OnlyFans. Purposes of the law. Disclaimer, that was a joke.
How are you enjoying being out in the beautiful Girona weather?
Well, usually it's more sunny, but I don't want to complain because we still got about 8 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful to ride. Links.
I can't film.
Into the middle of summer, and with it the Tour de France. Very lucky to have spent another year working on the tour with Velon and ASO, editing the onboard GoPro footage. An absolute childhood dream and a really huge honour to be part of the biggest race in the world.
Stage 7.
Let's go. Who's going to win today's stage?
No pressure, mate.
Adam Yates.
Into September, and with it my season objective with Badlands, the big one, the one that I had been working towards. Myself and Liam were to do it as a pair, over 700 kilometers of gravel, all to be done in the fastest time possible. We set out with high ambitions, and I think between us realized that we wouldn't be able to keep the pace that we had started, taking an alternative approach by checking into a hotel on the middle night. Despite the fact we had to change our game plan, I think we were both happy with how we got on, finishing 5th pair, and a really, really incredible experience, and also taught me just how good those guys at the front are.
So 553 kilometers to be exact, and the sun's come out. It's pretty hot. Hoping this sand section doesn't last for too long, because it is sapping. What are we doing here in the middle of the road here? What are we doing?
Well, you need to clean your
No,
lens.
I've already cleaned it. It's because we rode through gravel. I'm actually filming in real life for this thumbnail. We're getting a thumbnail for Kira's channel, so that's why we stood in the middle of the road with Kira doing silly things behind me.
You can flash up the photos, dude.
Yeah. The silly things we do for thumbnails, it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
We got it, yeah.
You think we got it?
It's a wrap, people.
Stupid content creators.
Yeah, nice. That's
Happy?
great.
Can I have one?
Is this good enough content for you?
Yeah, this is great, Kira. Thank you.
Guys, I actually do ride my bike, okay? Come on.
Yeah.
What? Wow. You know what? Turns out if you ride your bike more than you do right now, you will be fitter.
Wow.
It's a revelation that I have only just realised.
Coming towards the end of the year in November, going out to Mallorca. This is a real season highlight, getting the gang together and just riding without any pressure.
Heads up, I'm not a professional cyclist. I'm purely using this as a means to an end.
The final trip of 2022, Project Valenciana. The concept was we ride all the way up the coast of Spain from Alicante in the south, going into the mountains a little bit and ending up in the town of Girona. So I've covered all of the things that I did last year. Now I'm going to go straight into the 5 things that I learned. So the first thing is that I'm a little bit too serious, a little bit too professional on these videos. Now I try to be my genuine self when I'm talking to you, but I must say it is hard talking to a camera. It's a little bit soulless, and I do feel like maybe I don't say fully what I would say if I was just talking to a friend, and that's definitely something that I'm going to be working towards. I've had Ben from the Project Valenciana trip say to me, "You're quite funny in real life and it doesn't really come across on camera." The second thing is that YouTube is really, really hard. Now don't get me wrong, I'm so lucky to do what I do here on YouTube, and I absolutely love it. However, what you guys don't see is all of the hours that I put into these videos behind the scenes. To put all of that together, to go out and film these, what I think is the best videos that I can do, get really excited about a project, just for them to go onto YouTube and YouTube's algorithm to decide that no one wants to see it, and them to get half the views that they normally do. Now I know that most of this is beyond my control, and I try my best to not let something as silly as view count get me down. But I must say it is pretty hard when you've put the same amount, or if not more, effort into a series of videos and they don't get the views that I'm looking for.
I have to go slower though, guys.
Yes! Comment down below in the comments if you can do that.
5 stars.
I don't think there's many people who can do that. Especially...
Yeah, it's quite uncomfortable. I imagine if you had a penis, I don't actually have one of those, it would hurt.
Made it back into Girona.
Yeah, we did.
Nice little spin.
We did an incredible 36k.
Whoa, that's a big day out.
So badass, oh my god. So yeah, do content creators even ride? The answer is not today.
Not really.
Into number 3, and with the year that I had, it really taught me that I absolutely love ultra racing. I've always been the type of cyclist that goes better and better the longer the race is. Racing for 700k, it's a multi-day adventure, and I really enjoy that dynamic of, it's not about who's the strongest anymore, it's about who's the smartest. On to number 4, and that is that being comfortable in your environment or in a situation is not good. I think you have to always keep evolving and growing, and always be on the front foot, because in this game the ball is ever evolving, and I feel like you can easily get left behind. And the 5th and final thing that what I learned is just how incredibly lucky I am to call this, producing videos and all the other stuff that I do, my job. It allows me to ride my bike, it allows me to meet so many new people, it allows me to explore so many new places. It's all thanks to you guys, so I wanted to say a massive shout out. Thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, because without you guys, it genuinely wouldn't be possible. As usual, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope your New Year's resolutions are going as planned if you have any, and we'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.